Howdy folks, Doc here with Last Best Tool, and a while ago I did a video about this precision bit set from Mac. These are all 4mm bits, or as Mac calls them, 1/8" bits, and it comes with this ratcheting bit driver, and this is primarily what caught my interest. Now this thing sells off the Mac truck for about $105. It comes with 40 bits and then a flexible extension and obviously this bit driver. This bit driver, I did a video on it. It's about 20 teeth, which is not that many. It's not really a deal killer, I don't think, at this size. But the thing that I really didn't like about it is in the center position, there is just a ton of play. And that center position to me is critical in any bit driver. In fact, Snap-on had one, a mic or a precision bit driver that I had a long time ago, and it did not even have that center position. It was either, ratchet left or ratchet right. And I found that to be unusable in a lot of cases because you want to tighten something up and then you hit the end and you want to be able to back off or maybe snug it again. That's where that rattling around is irritating. But if you have to keep switching this back and forth, to me that's in kind of the unusable category. I would much rather have a fixed handle. Now, when I posted that video, somebody mentioned, oh, that looks just like the Titan version. Well, I got on Amazon and found the Titan, and here it is. The Titan sells for about $15, and that is with 24 bits and an extension. The part number for this is the 16092, and Titan calls it the Ratcheting Precision Screwdriver. Now, first of all, I noticed there was a big weight difference. In fact, the Titan is almost twice as heavy as the Mac. And that's because the Titan is an aluminum handle, whereas the Mac is all plastic. My preference is the lighter weight, but we're talking about a little over 1 ounce and a little over 2 ounces. So it's not the end of the world. We're talking pocket knife weights, but it is noticeable. The length of the Mac, a little bit longer. In fact, if you go up to the front end, I'll pull the bits out of these and show you. You can see that front end there is the same. This part looks very much the same, but it's not quite the same. A couple of ways. One, this seems to be two different pieces that are fixed somehow. This seems to be one solid piece. The way the bits are held seems to be identical. The adjustment or the reversing ring seems to be about the same, and then of course the handles are different. The spinning caps, very similar. This one's got a bunch of play in lifting off, but a little bit more, just a hair more resistance, but it still spins fairly freely, whereas the Mac is on a little tighter and then spins quite nice. But this is, as far as I can tell, watch this. I'm going to hold this, line it up, we're going to count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, it's almost there, 14, 15. 15, I think this is a 60 tooth. 20 teeth, 60 teeth. So that's kind of neat. 16 bucks, or 15 bucks for this set and for these bits. Now, as far as I can tell, basically these bits, these 24 bits here are these 24 bits in this case. None of the nut drivers are in the set here, and then it does not have these small hexes, metric hexes right here. In fact, the hexes on this one are SAE. You can see the Torx, and then we go up into the Phillips there, more Phillips, and then we go to slotted. So that's what this complement is, but this would certainly supplement your iFixit kit. But I have some options for you. Now, obviously, if I don't have to have a ratchet, this Hotu is still great. I've got small pen sets that are also quite good for holding all kinds of different little precision bits. Even Work Pro's in on the action, very similar to the Hotu. I've done videos on those. But if you want small handles, well, here are a couple of options. I did a video on all these individually, but you can get this little Vera, which is a bit holder, 4mm. It is not ratcheting, but it's got a really solid lockup. Feels great in the hand. Just a sweet tool. I bought several of these, and the point was to be able to have multiple bits in play and not having to switch them back and forth. Now, another option is you can get a 4mm bit adapter for your 1/4" hex, and that will turn about any small handle in. And I like this one because it's got that locking head, so I can just pull the bits out. Now, I could also drop it into this one, you know, and I might be able to pull the bits out. Depends on the magnet, or this may come out. In this case, it's usually that. But again, a small handle, and it drives that 4mm bit just fine. So those are a couple of options. If you have an iFixit kit, you might have this in there. This is that 1/4 hex to 4mm adapter, so you might already have one, and you can just stage that in a dedicated little bit handle. But this one here from Mac, you can buy it separately for about $31. That might be the way to go if you want ratcheting, but you know, look at this, look at the play here. See that? That's all it is there, and then this is the Mac. So I'll show you side by side here. Here's the Mac, and here's the Mac. Here's the Titan. Mac, Titan. So the Titan's tighter. Anyway, so I'll put a link to this if you're interested in one of these. Maybe it's a good way to try out and see. I do like the lightweight of the Mac, but lightweight of the price on this for 16 bucks. It's half just that. However, as another commenter pointed out, these are probably much higher quality bits. There's that. And a little fill-in. Remember this guy from a couple days ago? This was that the reamer, or the awl, excuse me. This is the reamer awl here. This is just the round awl. I did hear back from MegaPro. I did ask them about that, and they said that it was a manufacturing error, and these are not available, discontinued possibly. They are going to send me, for my troubles, a bit set, but the bit set I chose actually included this, and then they informed me that the bit set will not include this because they don't have any more of them. Thanks, guys. You bought them all, but anyway, if you've got one of these, yeah, it's a collector's item now. Simply because they aren't supposed to be like this. Somebody else said that there was another kind of a locking mechanism. I did look into that and thought maybe that was it. It turns out it's not. This was just a manufacturing error, I guess. So yeah, it's a bug, not a feature. But anyway, and these are sold. These ones are sold out, but I'm hoping they will be back in stock. And if I notice that, I will let you know. And other people pointed out, you know, that there were other options for these kinds of pointy things, but that's really my favorite right there. Anyway, so there's a new Titan for me. Titan ratcheting bit driver for precision bits compared to the Mac. Let me know if you got any questions, and let me know what you think too. And with that, Doc out.